Now we use the second static equilibrium equation, that is summation of m equal to 0, and we apply this equation at point D. So now writing all the moments about point D and equating it to 0, our sign convention is clockwise couple positive and anti-clockwise couple negative. So there will be a clockwise moment caused due to this vertical force VA, which is acting at a distance of 9 plus 5 plus 3 equal to 17 meters, and VA value of VA is 21 kilonewton. So we have 21 multiplied by 17. Then there will be an anti-clockwise moment caused due to this downward force whose magnitude is this and acting at a distance of 6 meter plus 5 meter plus 3 meter, so equal to 14 meter. So we have minus 1 by 2 into 7 into 9 multiplied by 14. Then we also say there is an anti-clockwise moment of 20 kilonewton meter, so we have minus 20. Then also we have a assumed clockwise moment md, so we take it as plus md. This whole moment about point D is equal to 0. Upon solving this, we get the value of md is equal to 104 kilonewton meter. Now since the value comes out to be positive, our assumed direction, clockwise direction, is true, so we have a clockwise moment md. Next we apply the another static equilibrium equation, that is summation of Fy equal to 0. Now we have two vertical support reactions V and Vd which are upward, so Va plus Vd. Then all the downward forces, so if I consider this force, the magnitude of this force uniformly varying load is minus half of 7 into 9, and that's it. There are no other forces. So when I equate it to 0, and in this equation when we substitute the value of Va equal to 21 kilonewton, we get the value of Vd is equal to half into 7 into 9 minus 21, and this is equal to 10.5 kilonewton. So with this, our calculation of support reaction is over. Now let us begin with shear force calculation. We move from point A to D. By taking a section towards the right of A and very near to it, shear force towards the right of A is given as, by considering the left hand side of section, we see that there is an upward force Va equal to 21 kilonewton. So upward force on the left hand side is positive, so we have plus 21 kilonewton shear force. Now we move the section towards point B. Now taking a section towards the left of B and very near to it, shear force towards the left of B is equal to, we see as section moves from here to here, there is an additional force due to this uniformly varying load whose magnitude, as we know, is half into 7 into 9. So we have shear force to the left of B is 21 kilonewton from this minus half into 7 into 9. So this comes out to be minus 10.5 kilonewton. Now we move section towards right of B. By taking a section towards the right of B and very near to it, shear force towards the right of B is equal to, as we see there is no addition of force, so value comes out to be same as minus 10.5 kilonewton. Now we take section towards C. By taking a section towards the left of C and very near to it, shear force towards the left of C is equal to, again there is no addition of force, so we have minus 10.5 kilonewton. Now again by taking a section towards the right of C and very near to it, shear force towards the right of C is equal to, again minus 10.5 kilonewton, as there is no addition of force between these two sections, only there is addition of a couple. Now we move towards point D. By taking a section towards left of D and very near to it, we calculate that the shear force towards the left of D is equal to minus 10.5 kilonewton, since again there is no addition of force between these two sections. Now this we can verify it by considering the right hand side of the section. We see on the right hand side of section towards the left of D, there is a upward support reaction force Vd equal to 10.5 kilonewton. Now upward force on the right hand side of section is negative, hence the value minus 10.5 kilonewton. So with this, our shear force calculation is over. Now let's plot the variation of shear force. So in this figure we see the zero line of our shear force diagram. Now we plot shear forces on this beam. Now we see the value of shear force towards right of A is positive 21 kilonewton. So let me plot a positive 21 kilonewton value of shear force above point A. Let me connect it with a vertical line. Now if you see, shear force towards left of B is minus 10.5 kilonewton. So at point B, let me plot a shear force whose magnitude is minus 10.5 kilonewton. Now how the shear force is varying from A to B. Now as we can see in the load diagram, between point A and B, there is a uniformly varying load and its intensity is decreasing from point A to B. So the variation of shear force between point A and B will be parabolic, and the curve will be such that the slope of the curve will go on decreasing as the intensity goes on decreasing from point A to B. The slope of the curve from point A to B will go on decreasing. So the nature of the curve will be as shown in the figure.